Hello, this is Adrian, and this is going to be a short recording on how to do a native build. So first off, go into your application folder. Corona, I'm using 3540. Click on native build, and you'll see something that says set up Corona native build. Then you're going to go back into application, Corona, native, and you're going to see something that says project template. You're going to copy this folder. I'm just going to rename it. I don't know where it went, but... And if you see here Corona, and there'll be a project, and this is where you're going to copy and paste uh, your game or whatever app you're working on into this folder, everything or the main files. And if you click on iOS, you'll see this project, and I'm going to click on app, the app project. My machine is slow, I apologize for that. Okay, the first thing that you'll need to do here is go up on top of the app and put the product name here. I'm just going to use 16 dots. And your identifier. And the version and the build number. And I always do automatic. And I make this 9. And you can select here the device orientation. And there's a couple of things you have to set up here. You see it doesn't have an icon right now. But I think it's because it just has the default template. And then basically you go up here and you say download plugin, and I'm going to do generic iOS. And then you hit run. And at that point, it would download the project and fill out these 2 files with the information required for the plugins. And then the next step is to select app. Also, since it's not a plugin, you could delete this if you wanted to, the plugin library, but it's not required. And then you hit generic iOS device, and you could either play it in the simulator. I have my iPad plug-in, so you could run it on your iPad. But if you just want to build, you could go here. And there you have it. You have a build of the game. Now, once you're a couple of things I should mention. You see here it says Corona and you only see these 3 files. I usually don't edit anything in here. I go to Visual Studio Code and I edit it in Video Studio Code. I know people that do. I just don't know exactly how it works if you start editing things in this folder where it says Corona. The other thing that I want to mention is that when you need to submit this to the Apple Store, we go into Organizer, if I could find it. And you see these are all my native builds. And you say Distribute App, App Store next, Upload. And I'm going to cancel this because I don't really want to uploading it. Okay. And that is it, pretty much. I could also run it as one of these. My machine doesn't do too well running it in the simulator. But you could continue to use Corona. To edit it. I mean, there's no difference other than instead of building from here, you're going to go to here and build it. Hopefully that was helpful for somebody, and as I stated before, it's going to be short.